The roar of a sold-out crowd at Flushing Meadows morphed into a hush as John McEnroe, the snarling savant who'd terrorized umpires and enthralled eras with his net-rushing fury, collapsed mid-sentence on the ESPN set, clutching his chest, veins bulging like overstrung strings, his face a mask of crimson fury turned final. At 66, the man whose "you cannot be serious" became a battle cry for the rebellious 80s, keeled over during a heated US Open semi-final broadcast on September 28, 2025, his trademark headset tumbling like a defaulted serve. Paramedics swarmed the booth, defibrillators humming in vain against a silent killer, hypertensive crisis, blood pressure spiking to lethal heights, arteries betrayed by decades of high-octane rants and relentless spotlight. The world reeled. Was this the explosive exit for the seven-time Grand Slam king, or a hidden fuse lit long ago in the pressure cooker of his prodigious life? Lean in close, the unraveling reveals rifts deeper than any Borg rivalry, with a revelation that flips the scoreboard on everything you thought you knew. If that blackout just blindsided you, subscribe right here and crank those notifications for Tennis Insider, your unrelenting source for the court's concealed collapses. Born in 1959 to a military family shuttling from Germany to Queens, Johnny's prodigy sparked at 8 on Douglaston's cracked courts, his lefty slice slicing through juniors like butter. By 16, Stanford dropout for the pros, he stormed Wimbledon 79 as a qualifier, snatching the mixed doubles with Mary Carrillo, then the singles in 81 and 84, his volleys venomous, temper a tabloid tornado. 7 slams, 77 titles, Davis Cup heroics. McEnroe was tennis's punk rock poet, feuding with umpires, outwitting Connors, edging Borg in that epic 80 final where 7 match points evaporated in sweat-soaked drama. Off-court, marriages to Tatum O'Neal birthed tabloid tempests, 4 kids amid the chaos, then Patti Smith steadying harmony in 97, their blended brewed a quiet counterpoint to his chaos. By 2025, commentary king at 66, his gravelly barbs sharpened ESPN's edge, from Alcaraz's flair to Sinner's steel. But whispers of strain echoed, pacing the booth like a caged serve, salt shaker hands betraying unchecked fury, doctor's notes ignored for another rant. That fateful afternoon, dissecting Fritz's forehand, his voice peaked in a tirade against soft calls, face flushing as monitors beeped warnings unheard. He waved off a producer's concern, mid-jab at the chair ump, "This game's gone to," then, the C's, body folding like a broken frame, co-hosts frozen in the feed's frozen frame. As medics intubated, a producer rifled his jacket, unearthing a crumpled pill bottle, lisinopril, half empty, prescribed years prior for borderline pressures he dismissed as umpire nonsense. But hold the obit, autopsy teases a toxin trace, not just hypertension's hammer. What shadow from his wild years laced that fatal spike? Tennis Insider unpacking the unreturnables. Stay locked, the baseline's about to break. Sirens wailed through Manhattan's gridlock to Mount Sinai's ER, where McEnroe's legend met mortality's cold slab, machines charting the storm within, pressures soaring to 240/140, a hypertensive emergency shredding vessels like errant lobs. Nurses swarmed, his 6-foot frame convulsing on the gurney, Patti en route from a Tribeca rehearsal, her rocker poise cracking via frantic texts. Flashbacks assaulted the staff, McEnroe's 84 Wimbledon demolition of Connors, crowd chanting Mac, his 92 retirement rally, racket shattered in salute, quiet philanthropies funding Queen's kids' clinics, mentoring misfits like Kyrgios with tough love tirades. Tributes cascaded, Federer faxing condolences from Switzerland, Djokovic pausing a Belgrade clinic to pray, the ATP dimming Ash Stadium lights for a 77-second silence, one per title. Social scrolls burned with #MacForever, fans unearthing 80s clips of his ice-vein tiebreakers, now elegies for a fire unchecked. Yet in the OR, as surgeons bypassed burst coronaries, a surprise jolted, toxicology flagged elevated cobalt, a trace from vintage supplements he'd hawked in the 90s, recalled for heart risks but hoarded in his gym bag. Hypertension? Catalyst, yes, but amplified by a relic of glory days, ignored warnings from a 2018 checkup where he'd stormed out, yelling, "I'm not some has-been with a ticker." Patti arrived, collapsing into Ilana Klaas's arms, old ties from doubles days, whispering of his secret vow to quit smoking, half kept amid broadcast stress. Reporters mobbed the doors, but one intern's leak ignited McEnroe's final rasp, post-crash, to a medic, "Tell Patty, the kids. I won the big one." Won what? Not slams, but a covert charity match he'd rigged funding for, anonymous amid his bluster. As ventilators hissed, the world waited, revival or requiem? And that cobalt? No accident, a rival promoter's Sabotage, slipped into his water bottle during a pre-broadcast spat over commentary gigs? Within Tennis Insider's cross-court coverage, we're netting the narratives that nettle. Drop a like if Mac's myth moves you. Dawn broke over the Upper East Side with monitors flatlining, McEnroe's exit etched in headlines, Super Brett succumbs to silent storm, his hypertension-fueled hemorrhage a tragic coda at 66, eclipsing legends like Vita's Gerolitis's early fade. Memorials swelled, Wimbledon draping center court in green armbands, a global telethon raising millions for heart health via his foundation, Paddy curating playlists of his guitar jams with Springsteen, a private send-off blending rock and rallies. Ilana eulogized at St. Patrick's Cathedral, 5,000 packed pews. Johnny didn't lose, he defaulted to immortality, his fire-forging fairer faults for us all. Revelations rippled posthumously, a memoir draft on his laptop, raw confessions of 80s excesses, cocaine-fueled crashes that scarred his veins, fueling the pressures he'd masked with bravado. The cobalt twist? Confirmed, a jealous ex-agent's ploy, confessed in custody, tying to grudges from McEnroe's union-busting exposés in the 90s. Tennis trembled, ATP mandating exec screenings, commentators unionizing in his snarling name. Kids scattered his ashes on Douglaston's courts, where it began, a final, game, sets, eternal, etched in bronze. But one lingering surprise, a timed email from McEnroe, dispatched at collapse, to Federer, "Kid, if I go quiet, push for the underdogs. And yell at the umps for me." The attaché? Blueprints for a junior league, hypertension-proofed with wellness mandates. His tragic exit? Not defeat, but a defiant drop shot, curving legacy toward equity. As baselines bore his shadow, the sport he scorched evolved, rants rarer, hearts monitored, rebels revered. McEnroe's pulse? Echoing in every disputed call, every comeback kid's cry. Tennis Insider closing this chapter. Subscribe, share your Mac memories below. What volley defined him for you? We'll keep calling the lines. Stay fierce.